Why, hello, my crazy crew, and welcome to another animation review. It sure has been a while since we've done one of these, huh? But I've always been fascinated by the animation process, particularly the ones here on this here YouTube. My accent. Oh, sorry guys, I happen to have gotten caught up in the moment. Sorry to say, this won't be one of my more in-depth discussions. This will be more first impressions about this specific animation. So, let's get started. First off, let's talk about the actual animation. And I'm talking about the fluidity of the movement and how the characters move. The characters move like silk on butter. It is smooth. It gives me Disney Renaissance vibes. It gives me that kind of clarity that we don't really get to see in the modern era. And I think they do a really great job kind of mimicking those old retro style animation sensibilities. Of course, the whole animation is reminiscent of 1920s memorabilia, so it makes sense. So let's actually talk about the atmosphere of this particular animation. So of course we have a lot of 1920s themes, memorabilia, setting, and sensibilities. The characters have this kind of swagger to them that we haven't seen since the 1920s. Of course, this is offset by the fact that they are anthropomorphized. Oof, man, that just murdered that, huh? Anyways, so all the characters definitely have a sense of place, time, and theme. And the characters, of course, are likable enough. They are memorable and they are charming. But I do have a hard time recalling a lot of their names on first blush. I would have to watch this again to really get a sense of their kind of character. So I'm into this odd place where I enjoyed watching them and I enjoyed watching them interact, but it was a little hard to get invested because it seemed like there was more style over substance at this particular point. Now, of course, this is a pilot, so the idea is to get an impression of what this might be, and then the actual series would go further in depth as to what the particulars of the plot would be. But that being so, I can kind of see where some backstory would come in. I can kind of see where some flashbacks would be in. I can kind of imagine in my head what some characters might say or do in certain situations. But honestly, this feels like it would be almost more better served as a one and done short series. Or just a short animation. Like, honestly, after watching this, I am completely satisfied regardless of if this gets picked up as a full-time series or not. But to that effect, it does feel like there was so much passion in here that there was definitely an ambition to make more of these. So, regardless of whether or not that happens, I hope that this does get to see the light of day. I hope that it gets either picked up by a studio or that it continues to be released independently. And I hope that it continues to garner fans that will help, that appreciate the art of animation. And if I still have that southern accent, I'm sorry. This definitely put me in that kind of mood, guys. You know that feeling you get when you watch something with a particular accent and then you find yourself mimicking it? Yeah, that's gonna be me for a while. Anyways, stay gold, my crazy crew. Signing out.